Hello, today's 12/25/24. Merry Christmas. I'm going to show how I grew avocado trees from seed. So I eat a lot of avocados sometimes. But so what I did was I took the avocados, rinsed them off, let them dry, and then I took them and I stuck them in what's called the vermiculture bin. They're called red wriggler worms, and so I put them in. I just put a bunch of avocado seeds in my vermiculture bin, and along with some other things. I lost track. It was probably about 6 months went by. I went back there to feed my worms some compost. I got compost stuff kitchen compost, and then when this bucket's all full, I take it and I dump it. There's a bucket right here. So as I get compost, I'll throw in this little thing here. When I'm ready, I'll take this and throw it in this bucket with water, and it starts to soften up the compost before I take it out to the vermiculture bin. And so what I did is I took a bunch of avocado seeds and I just stuck them in the ground in the vermiculture bin, in the dirt, along with their food, and I forgot all about them. I opened up the lid to go feed them one day, and I thought, what the heck are these things? I went to pull them out. There was an avocado seed still attached. I go, oh yeah. So what I did was I dug them up and I put them in some pots, and this is what they look like now. So those were all started in my vermiculture bin, and I don't know if you can see those or not. And so these are what I transfer them into. These little. So I take them out initially. I take them out of the bin, and then I put them in these little cups. And you can see little flowers starting to come out there. And I used the soil from the vermiculture. So the avocados seem to really like the vermiculture soil. It's a lot of, worm casting soil. And so these things just take right off avocado trees. So I've got different breeds here. I got the Haas, I've got the small ones, the medium ones. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to break them in for my weather. So I'll take them out when it's kind of cold and it's out there for, I don't know, 30 minutes or an hour. Bring them back in. Maybe later, a couple days, week. Shock them a little bit. And it actually can change their molecular makeup a little bit to make them more adaptive. Because when they're young, they're more adaptive. They'll be more adaptive to 8B zone, and maybe get some avocados. Never know. It's my personal experiment. Botany by the Botany Bay, Star Trek. I can take you out there and show you what it looks like in the vermiculture, but I don't think I will. It's kind of cold out there. I went out there to get some cups. So yeah, you just get some cups like this, right? And I put little holes in there. I used a soldering gun. Had a whole bunch of them, probably 50 cups, and I just got my soldering gun hot and really fast, all my cups, drainage hole, and so now what I'm doing is I'm putting the vermiculture soil a little bit in there, and then I take my avocado seed, and you gotta make sure that it's face down, so the tip needs to be up, and that kind of rough looking part, that's where the root's going to come out, that goes towards the bottom. So the branches, the stem's going to come up through the pointy part. You don't want to plant it upside down because it may not grow. It goes, I feel so upside down about this world, I don't think I'm coming out. So I haven't really watered them much so far. So yeah, these are the ones I actually started. These are in the original cups that was in the vermiculture. So I just kind of pulled them right out of the vermiculture bin, and there they are. still doing their thing. Looks like, oh, they both got leaves on them. They both got some leaves growing. So what I'll try to do is slowly break them in to my zone, and then eventually plant them, and hope that one of them was able to adapt to this type of weather, this type of environment. Things can change like that all the time. I've got onions out there that I'm growing right now, and it's almost January, and I've got all kinds of stuff growing, winter stuff, kale, chives, broccoli. I've got all kinds of stuff, other things that are growing in my garden. It's my winter garden. And so you find out what you can grow in your area. It's amazing what kind of produce you can grow throughout the winter. Yeah, I'm eating stuff from my garden every night for my dinner. I don't eat any calories until after 5. And it's after 5 now. Oh, it's after 6. So I haven't had any calories today yet because I don't eat until after 5. Because my goal is to keep my glucose for about 24 hours like that. And that keeps the inflammatory markers gone. So I just spike one time when I eat, my glucose goes like that. It may dip a little bit, but then it pans out like that, levels out for another 24 hours almost. So I got plenty of energy. My brain's going, yeah, gosh, this is great. Well, I used to eat 3 or more times a day, snacks and meals, and it was like this. I was like moody, and it was just tough compared to now. This is amazing. It takes a while though to change our eating habits. Our body, all the cells have to readjust to the new way, to the new boss in town, which is me. We're the new boss. We dictate what the cells are going to do when it comes to food intake, and so they'll adapt. And I've been doing this for 4 years, 1 meal a day, after 5. Got to have those red lines. And so what I'll do is I'll take these, put a little soil in, put them in the worm bin. There's probably about 8 of them out there right now. As far as I know, they're already up. I don't know. I haven't been out there for a while, but yeah, these are kind of nice avocado trees. They're looking pretty nice, and so that's pretty simple, really. I didn't do anything special. Just do some dirt in a cup. Threw them in there and buried the cup. I buried the cup down to pretty much the surface level of the soil in the worm bin. God, I'll take you out there. I'll show you what the worm bin looks like. Would you like to take a little walk with me? Well, let's do it, shall we? So let's go outside. I don't know if it's raining or not. I think what I'll do is I'll put my little flashlight thing on my head, right? I can see clearly now. The rain is right. So let's go take a look at these worms. I'm going for a night stroll. It's a night stroll, right? So it's not very far out here. Just a little walk, not far. I guess my dog's gonna be following me. Yeah, it's raining. Sure enough. Let me know if you're getting raindrops on you. Feel all those raindrops? No? I'll try to avoid putting this flashlight right into the phone there, because I imagine that probably looked pretty bright, didn't it? So I'm walking through the rain, an evening stroll, and I come out here to my worm bin. I'm gonna set you down right there. If you don't fall over, that'd be great. Oh, maybe you're gonna fall over. Oh, you're gonna fall over. That's okay. So here's my worm bin. It's just an old upright freezer that I kind of took the guts out, and so this is my worm bin. Oh, there's some girls right there, and so I always keep some cardboard on there. So look at all those girls. Oh my gosh, look at all those girls. They're just chowing down all that compost. So yeah, Yeah, there's millions of them in there. I got another side over here. Oh, I don't have any avocados. You can see the avocados in a cup there. Those I put there lately. Nothing's up yet. And there's some girls crawling around in there. And then the ones that are older, I haven't noticed these for a while. Oh, they're still not up either. So I got like about, what, 5, 7, 8 avocados that are gonna do their thing whenever they're ready. And that's how I get mine started. Now you can obviously start them any way you want. I'd recommend you keep them out of the sun, right? Don't put them in the sun. It'll dry them out too fast. It's probably a dark place, a cool place, with some good soil, and that way, because I think that way they'll just grow faster or better, and they'll be healthier when they come up, right? Get this flashlight out of your eyes, and that's how I start my avocado trees. Come on, Ginger, good girl. And so there you go. I had a couple of them that I started last year in the garden, and then come freezing time, they died. They got pretty tall, but you know, pretty tall, about up to here, I think, somewhere. And then the leaves fell off, and they froze, and they died. I didn't prep them. I didn't prepare them for that change. I just stuck them in the ground and see what happens. So this time I'm going to do a different experiment. I'm going to. You look a little tilted. You feel a little tilted? Turn your head this way there. And so I'm going to do what's called a little bit of shock treatment to the plants while they're young, and I'll put one out in the winter, towards the winter, put it in the ground, and see if it survives. That one doesn't survive. Try it again. All right, well, subscribe and hit the thumbs up. Send me a comment if you got one. And you have a nice day. If you try this, good luck. I mean, you can always do it like a little greenhouse thing, you know, or when it gets too cold, you can always throw something over it if you plant it outside, you know, build some sort of dome thing or something, you know, that you just kind of, so it can get light, but it stays warmer. There's lots of things you can do. Avocados are expensive. Imagine if you can grow them yourself in your own property. Wouldn't that be cool? Bye now.